Coach, as you prepare for this non-conference series against the Xavier Musketeers, I know practice leading up, a little bit of a different schedule with finals week, with the classes for the guys wrapping things up this semester before you get back to just baseball here through this final month stretch. What changes for the guys? What type of response here this week are you looking for?
Well, we've taken a couple days off with exams and everything else, and graduation coming up. So, keeping our focus is big right now. A couple good practices before we got a big weekend with Xavier.
Xavier comes in, obviously a team just a couple hours away, a team that you as a coaching staff and as a team very familiar with. Pitching-wise, what types of challenges do they give you guys on the weekend?
They're really good, and I'm not just blowing them up. They got some really talented arms. We play them every fall, so we're kind of used, we know who they are. And it's a regional caliber team and very well coached team, and we're looking forward to playing them. And it should be a hard-fought weekend.
Coach, you had this week, as we mentioned, with finals week, so no midweek for your guys. You as a coaching staff, do you take this week and just kind of look around at the Big Ten standings and just generally speaking for these final stretch? I mean, a couple games separating 1 through depending how far you look down. I mean, bottom line, it's very, very close in the Big Ten standings. How do you, maybe just as an observer this weekend, monitor what else happens in the Big Ten Conference and obviously take care of business for what you guys have to do on the field?
I know this sounds very cliche, but I really don't spend a lot of time watching everybody else right now because it is so jumbled up. I can't make any sense of it, and really the only thing that matters is if we play well. So what other people do, just makes it tough. I know we got a couple really good teams at the top of the league and a lot of good teams throughout the league that are fighting it out. But in our world, it's about us. I mean, if we play good, we've had a good season to this point, so a strong finish is huge for us.
Coach John Stever last week obviously had to deal with the big rain issue as far as going a couple innings, had to stop, and it was a shortened outing, but a shutout outing. Had the big shutout win against Michigan prior to that. How big is it just for him to get that first start of the weekend, start to get back to the type of style of pitching that he had early on in the season?
It's huge. I mean, that Friday night starter it's so important to our success, and he coming back from the soreness he had early in the year just wasn't the same, and he's finally got his feet back under him and pitching like he did last fall, pitching like he did early in the season against Oregon State and FAU and those teams. I mean, he was really good early for us, and it's exciting to have him back at his best.
Finally, Coach Craig Dedelo on the offensive side, obviously the big base hit, the big grand slam against Maryland to end up taking the series. From everything that he's gone through this season, his ups and downs, maybe aside from the power numbers, how much do you hope that maybe elevates his game as you head down this final stretch in the month of May?
Well, it's huge. I mean, we got a couple guys in our lineup that have had just okay years, and usually talented guys, they figure it out and they'll have a good spurt, and I think that's still ahead of us. I know as we get to the end, and Craig's one of those guys. I mean, he's one of the more talented, more experienced guys in our league, and he puts everything he has into it. I mean, he's here every day, he gets after it, and he's the type of kid you want to coach all the time. So it's exciting to see him have that success because I know he's had some ups and downs this year, but he comes ready to get after it every day.